and Truett can get it done here in turn one.
Yeah, they were dead even, him and Krychek, as they rolled off the line there. But it looks like Truett able to beat everyone in turn one. Gay might have gotten tagged. Greaves had to monster truck one of his tires just to continue onward. What a tough break for the Yokohama top qualifier. David Gay finds himself way behind everybody else.
Yeah, we can't say that was the announcer's curse. I can guarantee you that. He
had some help on that one.
Yeah, he really did. As Truett now taking over that top spot early on.
Yeah, it's Truett, Krychek, Kirchmeier, Boodle, and Colin Kearns in the top 5. The Polarises of Greaves and Boodle hot on their heels as they go down the back stretch.
Yeah, speaking of CJ Greaves, he's trying to work that outside. Here comes Boodle. He's going to try to follow him through the door.
Yeah, CJ ran out of space there. Kirchmeier able to slam the door in his face. Now Greaves goes to the outside. There's a lot of grip out there now, and the two Polarises go storming past Kirchmeier.
Yeah, they're pedal to the metal. They were playing follow the leader coming on that front straightaway.
Both of them now reeling in. Colton Krychek, the number 53, is one of the rookies out there in pro stock. Greaves unable to finish on the podium in either of the side-by-side classes in round 3.
Well, look at Boodle. He's going to go on the inside of CJ Greaves. I don't know, maybe something went wrong with CJ there. He just went a little wide.
Yeah, Greaves, something's wrong with Greaves. He's not running at full pace. You see Van Epperen trying to sneak past him.
Maybe finally it's stuck in gear.
Well, those Polarises, they are belt-driven with a CVT, so it's not a matter of gear. I just wonder if there's maybe some electrical problem or the engine computer is trying to put it into limp mode or something. It's really hard to say, but it seems at times like he doesn't have full power.
Yeah, those electronics are awesome, but sometimes they just bite you in the butt. And so CJ Greaves is going to wind around, and maybe we'll get to see what happened here.
While we were looking at Colin Truett's car, I saw Boodle, and there he is headed to the hot pit, and there is steam pouring out of that car. I wondered what the issue was, and we found out just in time, maybe an overheating issue.
Well, the last race passed by. Colin Truett was about 1.5 seconds faster. We'll see if they can tame him down. Here we go.
Down into turn 1 once again. Colton Krychek holds on to second. Now it's Owen Van Epperen, Jake Kosmecki sitting 3rd and 4th. Jack Letourneau, the 97, up into the top 5. Letourneau started 13th, so already a good day of work for that Polaris.
Boy, that 97 is on rails. He's going to try to get up in this top 3. Good run for Jake Kosmecki. Down that far on the inside, but you really get stuck by those tractor tires that are side by side going into turn 1.
Van Epperen on the outside, pitching it way sideways.
Oh, that's going to cost him a spot.
Yeah, Kosmecki now in a podium spot. Here comes Letourneau trying to get one from Van Epperen. Man, those two almost got hooked up. Yeah, Van Epperen's charging on those two once again.
Yeah, Kosmecki got a good drive on the back straightaway. They're going to be almost side by side. He gets to the rear tire.
Yeah, and just runs out of space. Here comes Van Epperen. Big charge down the back straightaway, and Owen Van Epperen takes over the spot.
Yeah, Kosmecki got held up just a little bit on exit by Krychek. And here comes Van Epperen again. Oh, they make contact.
Climbed over his tire. They're still side by side, running into each other again. Van Epperen clear for a moment. Wow, and Krychek piled into the back of him a little bit.
Yeah, I think he tanked him back. He figured it was a little blow to the shoulder there. Yeah, he was just playing possum behind Kosmecki. Oh, big contact.
Letourneau going to go almost all the way around. He's going to lose a spot, takes out a Polaris banner in the process. Is he going to lose a spot? He got back on the throttle quick.
Yeah, they usually say off the track, off the gas, but he put a hammer down. He tried to keep that spot. There's Kosmecki again.
Yeah, Letourneau just ran out of space trying to run that inside entry. It's 2 laps to go that time by for Truett. Truett is in his own area code right now.
Got a glimpse of CJ Greaves. He's still out on the racetrack. Seems to be up more on pace, but nowhere as near these 3.
This is the battle for 3rd, starting to get really hot. Kosmecki keeping that pressure on Krychek, but an even better run for that man, Colin Truett. Break out the brooms. He will sweep Pro Stock side by side here at Antigo. Owen Van Epperen, another really good day for him, finishing in 2nd. In the battle for 3rd, Kosmecki was alongside Krychek.
Man, it's been the best battle all race long. These guys have never left one another. Krychek gonna get it done though.
Colton Krychek across the line 3rd. Kosmecki 4th, and Lucas Pierce, best finish so far in Champ Off-Road with a 5th place.